How do I know my nervous system is dysregulated? I got this question in my DMs over on my Instagram channel at A Woman Reclaimed. And I want to answer that for you all with a longer explanation here so that you can really understand this really critical topic to understand if you're wanting to decrease your stress, if you're wanting to eliminate anxiety, if you're wanting to create a happier life. This is a very valuable video where I'm going to go into signs your nervous system is dysregulated and symptoms of each particular dysregulation type, if you will, or stuck in what type of dysregulated state you're in. So how do I know if I'm stuck in fight, flight, or freeze? This is a beautiful question I got in my DMs over on my Instagram channel at A Woman Reclaimed, and I want to go in deep with my answer here for you all. So this is a really important video. Stick around, press that subscribe button, and let's dive in. I'm Danielle Rubio, somatic trauma coach, intuitive guide, and mindfulness teacher. So let's break down first things first. What is nervous system dysregulation? It's a buzzword that's getting used a lot by many in the self-help or self-development field, the spiritual field, the yoga field, the breath work. It's basically getting used by everybody at this point. And unfortunately, not everybody knows what they're talking about, to put it really simply. Nervous system dysregulation is a very Nervous system dysregulation is when your nervous system is not automatically going to a place of rest, or what you may have heard, rest and digest, after it's been alarmed, after you've been in a place of a survival response. So your nervous system is ground zero for responding to stress, or in your nervous system's point of view, a threat. Your nervous system is ground zero for keeping you alive. Your nervous system is your software system to determine what is a threat. And then once we've determined there is a threat or a danger or a stress, then how are we going to respond to that in order to best keep you alive? So when the nervous system is regulated, the nervous system is going to go into a fight or flight or freeze. And I'm keeping it simple here. It can also go into a fawn. It can go into a shutdown, which is different than a freeze, but I'm gonna keep it simple here for the sake of this video. Your nervous system goes into a fight, a flight, or freeze when it's alarmed, when it senses a threat or a danger. And then once that threat is over, it's going to go back into a place of harmony, a place of rest, of not being alarmed. Now, what's happening when somebody is dysregulated, or when we say somebody has a dysregulated nervous system, it means that the nervous system is not automatically going back into this place of ease, into rest. And so remember that your autonomic nervous system, which is what I'm talking about right now, is automatic. So the response to stress is going to happen without you thinking about it. This just automatically happens. And its regulation back to a place of ease is also going to be automatic. So when we are dysregulated, we essentially are getting stuck in fight or flight or freeze, and we're not regulating automatically back to the place of harmony. So you are stuck in a survival response, so to speak. You're stuck in the nervous system sensing Like you're still in this danger all the time, even once that external stimuli has already passed. So signs that your nervous system is in one of the particular states of alarm. Let's go with flight first. So if your nervous system is stuck in a flight state, you might experience symptoms such as you are restless, you are nervous, you have anxiety, you have maybe a fast beating heart, maybe your legs are feeling restless, your body in general is feeling restless, maybe you can't sit still. If you're in some sort of confrontation, or you're in some sort of interaction with another human where you're experiencing the flight response, you feel like you need to get out of there. It's this sense of like, I just need to escape this. I need to not be in this conversation. I'm looking for the exit strategy. You're distracted, restless. I gotta flee because I am in a flight response. So if you are stuck in this flight response, you're going to experience a lot of this all the time, that these symptoms of being in a flight response all the time. This is where we see that like chronic nervousness, that chronic anxiety, that chronic always feeling like restless and like you can't sit still. Okay. Moving on to the fight response. So if you're stuck in a fight response, you might experience things like you're angry a lot, you're agitated, you are frustrated, you're irritated all the time. There's kind of this like low level mode of operation of just like you're annoyed, you're irritated. It might be something as big as you're in a rage. You are feeling very wrathful, you're screaming, you're yelling all the time. You want to like punch the wall, or you might see if you're observing people who are stuck in a fight response, they're always angry, they're yelling a lot, maybe they are becoming violent. These are signs that they are stuck in a fight response. Freeze or a shutdown response might be that you are dissociating, or you are, if you're in some sort of like conversation with somebody, you're not even there. You are completely checked out, and you might experience in extreme cases of this, you might actually be frozen, like you cannot move. Some of my clients in the past have had these episodes of extreme stress where their body literally becomes frozen and they can't move. And you may have experienced this at some point in your life where you are in a very heightened place of alarm, and yet you're perfectly still. You're frozen. You cannot move. Being stuck in this state might also show signs of depression. You might feel very lethargic. You might feel completely unmotivated. It's like you don't really have this zest for life. It's not there. You're just, you're essentially numb from life. And you might actually feel that. Some people actually describe their experience of life like this, like I just kind of feel numb, I feel really checked out. So these are signs of being in more of a frozen place in the nervous system. So having said that, you can look at your own experience of life right now and see where you might be kind of riding a lot of the time in these different alarmed or survival states in the nervous system. But then also it's really important to remember that this isn't a life sentence, and that even if you've been experiencing a lot of these symptoms and signs of being dysregulated for some people for a really long time, there's always an opportunity to turn it all around. Every passing moment is a chance to turn it all around. You're absolutely not stuck. The beautiful thing about the nervous system is that it's plastic. That's where this term neuroplastic comes along, meaning it's changeable, it's malleable. You can absolutely rewire, repattern the nervous system to regulate itself, to regulate back to being mostly in this place of harmony. And when there is a stressful stimuli that arises, you might go into a fight or flight or freeze. That's fine. The point is not to never go into an alarmed state. These are natural, healthy responses to stress. But you're not going to get stuck there. You're not going to keep looping in a flight state. You're going to be able to mostly be in this place of harmony, this place of rest. And then if there is a stress, you might go into flight, but then you're going to go back to this place of harmony once that threat or stressor is gone. So how do we do this? Well, stay tuned. In my next video, I'm going to go into what are the 3 keys necessary for creating this lasting change of harmony and health in the nervous system so that you create lasting harmony, ease, and joy in your life. And if you know that you want extra support, if you know that you're ready to dive into this journey of true healing, then book a free consult call with me, and I can let you know what I see in your nervous system, what might be happening, where you might be stuck, and some solutions to get you to your place of glory, your place of unshakable ease.